Also, Moonlight was so good.
Moonlight was ridiculous.
And talk about, like
ridiculous.
LGBTQ.
I had to watch it for one of my classes.
It's so good, right?
It was phenomenal.
It was so fucking great. And then the director of photography did such a phenomenal job.
Like, it was ridiculous.
It was so good. Have you seen Moonlight?
No, I've never
seen it. It's a movie. It's a story about the coming of age of this black kid that has always essentially known that he was gay, but like he doesn't necessarily fit the gay stereotype. Comes from the hood. He is very like athletic. He doesn't have he doesn't have like a demeanor of like what you would flamboyancy or anything like that. And he's in a weird, like, he's closeted, but like in this like not even like he knows he's gay kind of, but he just doesn't want to say it kind of thing. He's just like a very introverted person because of like trauma and all this stuff. So like he kind of explores it. I wouldn't even say explores it. He comes to in a way where like he falls deeply in love with somebody, and like that is, it's not like, oh, like I'm in love. Like, no, he's just like really like emotionally like tethered to like this person, and then it's almost like beyond the label of it, I guess. I don't even know if I'm describing it right, but it's just like this like in super powerful emotion inside of him, and it's with his best friend growing up or whatever. And so you see him, it goes back and forth between when they were kids and whenever he's older. And it's a great story. It's a phenomenal story.
I should watch it again.
Yeah, that movie's great. I highly recommend it.
Never seen it. I guess I will.
So fucking good.
It's Pride Month. I have to honor everything gay.
Yeah, we have to.
I know.
Go for it.
We should do like a list of.
I've never gone to the parade.
I've never gone to the parade, but I really want to go.
I've never gone to the parade, but I've never gone to the parade mostly because I've always never known the day.
Fair.
So like, but
fair
like,
enough. Usually we just Google
it's on the weekend. So there's been times where like I'm going through like my usual Saturday night, and then like all of a sudden everybody's there, and I'm like, whoa! I guess it's parade. Like, I guess it's Pride Parade right now.
No,
and then like everybody's like winding down from like the festivities, and then like I'll just end up partying with like the parade leftovers.
Love that. The parade is really fun. We love to get there before the parade and just like hang around, and then you get a good spot, and then you watch everybody, and then you get your beats. Just whatever the fuck they're throwing. I really like
Pride Parade over Mardi Gras.
I have
all day.
Relax. I've never been to Mardi Gras, so I can't speak on it. But I haven't been since 2018. That was the last time I went. And
4 years ago.
4 years ago. 2019 I didn't go. 2020, 2021.
Garbage years.
They didn't have it.
I know.
They didn't have it. And we really thought that last year they were going to have it. And they didn't. And this year, I really wanted to go to New York Pride.
Yeah.
But girl, those tickets are $500. I was like, I can go
to go in the. Isn't it on the street?
No. To go to New York.
I was all like, damn. They be charging admissions for.
No, the parade is free.
But
I bet you New York Pride is amazing.
I can just imagine how like the big cities like prides are. Like,
I know.
It would be. What is the gay capital of the world?
Has to be San Francisco.
Maybe San Fran. San Fran, because
Really?
Because of Haight-Ashbury, yeah.
I feel like yes. I feel like San Francisco. I don't even know where I'm pulling that from, but that just came to my mind.
That's where the Haight-Ashbury is the hippie movement. So
the what?
The Haight-Ashbury, that's where like the counterculture started.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, like New York is where like the original like movement for like gay liberation started. So I mean, New York has to be like, I mean, it probably is New York. That's where like ballroom culture started. Like a lot of the movement and a lot of the activists that started fighting for like gay liberation started. So I guess probably New York.
Google says San Francisco, so I don't know. I was confused.
I don't know why. I have absolutely no idea where that came from, but it just came, like you asked it and I had the answer.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree. And if you ever go to San Francisco, you'll probably understand why. It's like it's not that it's like a gay city, but like it's
I heard it's very
San
inclusive.
Francisco's badass.
It's very inclusive. Very.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Chinatown in San Francisco is fire.
I want to go.
Fire. I went to San Francisco the year before COVID. What was that? 2019. We drove, me and Daniel drove all the way to San Francisco, and we were in San Francisco for 2 nights. And we stayed in Chinatown, and we stayed in Chinatown Christmas. It was like December 25th, December 26th. We were in San Francisco. We went to like Fisherman's Wharf. We did the Golden Gate, and we were just around, like, going all around the city and shit. It was amazing. I love that city so much. And it was like, I mean, we were high the entire time. Nice. It was like 2 in the morning. We were outside of Chinatown, like, get smoking and eating chicken wings. And it was so good. And it was on Christmas Day too. It was like December 25th or 24th or whatever. So there was like no bars open because everybody was. Actually, I'm lying. There was one bar that we went to, and it was just like a bunch of lonely people because they weren't doing anything on Christmas. And we're like,
bunch of lonely
party, let's go
party.
Yeah. So it was a fun time. I love that city, and the weather is just amazing. It's fire.
Thus far, every time, the 2 times I've gone to California, the weather's like way nicer than here.
Oh, 100%.
That's what they're known for.
That's the selling point of California.
That's 100%.
It's so nice. Like, I went there expecting it to be fucking hot as shit.
Nah, it's amazing, right?
And I was there for a whole week. It was beautiful weather.
It's amazing.
I was like,
it's amazing. Spring feels like spring there.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
really.
like, and it's so crazy because, like, the real estate market in California factors in the weather when they sell you stuff, but like the real estate market everywhere else doesn't factor bad weather into your price.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like Californians are like, yo, the weather here is nice, so you have to overpay because of how nice it is. But like Houston don't get lower, like prices because of the fucking heat is ridiculous and humid. It's just like, now you got to deal with it. It has been. But that's how good the weather is there, though.
Yeah.
That they're like, yo, this is a selling point.
I get it.
So, like,
I really do.
Because it's a luxury. Everywhere else, it's like, well, that's just what weather is. Baby.
You don't get water, but you get a breeze.
I don't know, man, because I was like, I don't like California like that. I really don't. I think we've all already established that, like, I'm more of a New York person.
Coast. Yeah, we're all East Coast people.
We're all East Coast, and like, and I wish to God I could go to New York more often if it wasn't so fucking expensive to get there and be there for longer than 2 fucking days. But whatever. We're not
Last time I was there for 6 days, and girl, it took months to recover financially from that.
I'm sure.
Because like on vacation, like
you just be fucking.
I just be spending like I have money like that. Yeah. I just like money is not real to me in vacation.
I was in New York last August for like 2.5 weeks, and I spent quite a bit of money.
Yeah, see, I went
fucking ridiculous.
This last week in LA, like I was not I wasn't expecting to spend that much money there because
LA's expensive. Period.
LA's expensive too.
LA would.
Stupid.
Something I really want to be pissed off about is why I gotta pay valet parking everywhere when I could park my car exactly where I just saw you park it.
Because
LA
parking sucks. That is one of the things that people complain about there. It's like, bitch, if you don't like
anywhere I went, I had to literally like
you're gonna get a ticket.
I literally had to scour like the fucking streets to make sure I got like metered parking. When I come
and even
here,
then, that's
I'm
expensive.
Like,
it like starts off at like $6.
Jesus Christ!
You just put little coins.
Oh, you got like that, them old school ones?
Yeah, no, I was very surprised because I was like, where's the app?
I remember stopping.
Not me being accustomed to here where we could like park on the side of the street and we have the app and the app just tells you how much you're going to have to pay.
I remember going to Rodeo and like trying to find parking and there was like metered parking and it was like the minimum was like $8 for the hour for like the first hour and I was like, what the fuck?
I found free parking during when I went to Rodeo because it was Memorial Day, so like Sunday and Monday, which were like the days that I was going out a lot, all the parking was free all around LA.
Damn.
Which was a fucking bet because I was not about to.
I don't fuck with LA like that. Like I've had
never been.
I've had fun there. I've had a lot of fun there actually. If you're with the right people, and there's a lot of like the subcultures. Like there's a lot of like underground cultures that you can get to be a part of and get to experience, and that is actually like super 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 fun. But like the culture of the city and like the plasticness of it all, I'm not with it. And I think that it's partly because of like Hollywood and like its superficiality.
Twice there.
I prefer San Francisco over LA, despite the fact that San Francisco is like highly like tech. Like you know, all the I call it a privilege diversity, because it's like
very much
it's like everybody's like, it's more inclusive, but like it's all like the
rich people,
the graduates of like Ivy Leagues that are like creating that they don't talk about, and they both don't talk about real things. Like LA's like plastic, like oh my god, like social media, like look at how I exist, you know, and then San Francisco's like, this robot is gonna be able to think for itself, and you're just like, what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Like,
there's people that are hungry.
Like
right
this
now.
robot is gonna deliver the food, and it's still gonna be hot, and it's gonna be able to like, you know, and like, what are you talking about? Like, what is going on right now? You know what I mean? Whereas like the East Coast is like, get out of my way.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate that because I'm very much like, get the fuck out of my way. Like I'm just, but like being in LA, I think has taught me one, the how fun it is to be traveling around and doing shit.
Sure.
Two, I'm never going there again for longer than 2 days. It's not really worth going there for longer than 2 days. I had the fun that I had the fun I could have had in 2 days and in like 4 days, and I was like, why? It just bummed me out more.
Did you go to Santa Monica?
No, so I actually went.
So you didn't go to Venice or anything?
Past Santa Monica, and to like this thing called Point Dune, where it's like off the edge of the world, I guess, and like you just kind of go up on these like hills. Man, I was not ready to be hiking up in that bitch. I
gotta tell you,
I was not ready.
California is just gorgeous on the landscape, though.
I went to Malibu.
Malibu's nice, right?
Malibu was
so
beautiful.
Nice. It looks amazing.
I went to a
so
winery.
Nice.
I feel like that was like the most white thing I've ever done in my fucking life. I literally walked up in there,
girl,
like drove up this little hill,
lived that white American
and
dream.
then I was like at a fucking winery.
You on your Gwyneth Paltrow shit?
Absolutely. I was just like, and it was on my birthday, so I was just like, what is happening? I have the best pictures from that day too. I was fucking going ham.
You're on your Gwyneth. When I went to San Francisco, I went through San Luis Obispo. I think that's where Zac Efron's from.
Nice.
San Luis Obispo, beautiful little town. And then I drove the Highway 1 all the way
Highway 1 is beautiful.
to San Francisco. Holy fuck, that scenery was like next level. In terms of like like experiencing the drive, West Coast over East Coast all day. Absolutely. Especially if you're gonna drive from here, from Houston. Like if you're gonna, because it's like almost a halfway point. So if you're gonna drive to New York and you're gonna go through like Tennessee and like all those, that's cool. Like you'll get through the Rockies and the Appalachians or whatever. But like, but like if you go through the West and you don't do the bottom, like if you don't do I-10, if you go like Colorado, Utah,
bet it's beautiful.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. It is like you can get snow to desert to like spring if you're in December. If you go in December, you can go through like Colorado snow, desert, Vegas, and then all of a sudden hit spring by the time you get to the sea. Yeah. And it's crazy. It's insane.
It was beautiful.
Man. Whenever the first time I went to New York, I really I stayed in Jersey, and it was like an hour train ride.
Yeah.
And like the East Coast, like I just love the look of it. Like, and it was all of these like little towns, and they look very like colonial, and it's just I was like, this is so fucking cute. Like this
architecture on the East Coast is phenomenal, and like just the natural scenery of the West Coast is beautiful. So because like you look at the architecture in on the West Coast, and you're like, ew, like everything looks ugly, dingy. Like
unless you're in the hills.
None of this shit on the West Coast, there's so much like green. Like you always feel like you're like on a garden.
Yeah,
you know.
Unless you're in the hills.
I love.
Did you go to Beverly Hills?
I did. So I ended up going.
Those houses are fucking
going to the Beverly Hills a lot.
Did you go to Calabasas?
I actually ended up around Calabasas, and I was like, y'all, these motherfuckers is
next level, right?
Living.
Yeah.
On my dime, apparently, because I don't know how the fuck.
But taxes over there are crazy.
No, I was like, first though, I was like, in my mind, I was like thinking as a Houstonian, being like, okay, I wonder what the property taxes are like. I wonder what the house value is. I wonder, it was like, my friend was like, what the fuck why are you thinking that? And I was like, because.
Just go on Zillow and like look and just look. It's insane.
I love when people on social media put pictures of like houses in Texas and houses in California.
Like $1 million house here is like,
you're out of your fucking mind.